Welcome back to your weekly roundup of everything that happened in Zenless Zone 0, where we will cover everything that you missed inside and outside of the game. This week's episode is a bit earlier than usual because by the time that this is uploaded, I am probably on a flight home right now to visit my family for the holidays. And yes, I do plan on making a follow-up video of showing my mom some of the new characters from the game, so keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, starting off with in-game news, we're going to be getting a new event, the Simulated Sequence Showdown. This will be the standard HIA event where you get to take on different preset stages where you'll even be able to use some trial agents that you might not have. For example, Dialyn and Banyue. Notably, as mentioned in the live stream though for this patch, there will be a special stage at the end where you get to play as Banyue and try to get a high score with him. So it'll be a great testing ground of trying to figure out and to get used to his manual combo inputs and finding out whether or not that type of style is to your liking. But speaking of trying out upcoming agents, there's actually another way that you could potentially get to try out some other unreleased agents, and that would be by becoming a beta tester for future versions of the game. You can do this by applying for the Holo Vanguards program. The link to the announcement tweet with more details and a link to the application page is in the description below. But if you are chosen to be a part of the program after applying, you'll be able to gain free access to a temporary test version of the game in order to help provide feedback to the Zenless Zone 0 developers. By completing certain tasks on this test version of the game, you'll also be able to earn some Polychrome rewards for your main account on the live server too. Do note though that you will need to sign a confidentiality agreement in order to participate in the Holo Vanguard program. The sign-up period ends soon, so if you are interested, you better act fast. Otherwise though, starting on Thursday, we will also be receiving double drops for combat discs over at Routine Cleanup, which has now been renamed, actually, to Area Patrol. But at the end of the day, it's still the same thing though. These double drops will run from the 11th until the 16th of December. Then on Friday, we will have the regularly scheduled Deadly Assault reset, with the bosses on rotation this time being the Wandering Hunter, the Miasma Ravager, which is essentially the new boss from the main story, which I won't spoil in case you still haven't gotten around to that yet. And then the return of the good old Bringer Sacrifice. But otherwise, with it being the Christmas season now's a great time to start thinking about what to get for some friends and family for Christmas. Well, have you considered giving them the gift of Polychrome this holiday season? And you know how you can do that? Why not try using LD Shop? Especially considering you can get top-up options cheaper through LD Shop than you would in-game, with discounts of up to nearly 22% for new users. For example, purchasing an internet membership through LD Shop costs only $3.87 compared to the $5 if you were to purchase it in-game. And topping up is really easy. All you need is your in-game user ID and your server. Once you fill those in, you can click on top up, choose your payment method, and within seconds your order is completed and you can see the rewards in-game. And yes, you can even get the double bonus for first-time top-ups. LD Shop is a trusted and authorized service that is 100% safe and legitimate. Also, if you use my link in the description when you register on LD Shop, you will also get a 5% off coupon to use. And if you spend over $80, you will also gain a VIP membership, which can earn you free internet memberships and regular coupons. Once again, you can check out the description and the pinned comment to start saving with LD Shop. Moving on to the social media side of things though, we have a new wallpaper to celebrate the month of December, this time featuring the upcoming agent Banyue. As usual, there is both a desktop and a mobile version of the wallpaper that you can download for free using the link in the description below. With that wallpaper, you can remember some important dates, like for example the birthday of Yi Shen, which was this past week. So happy birthday to our Shifu, as well as anybody else out there who has their birthday in the coming week. But this isn't the only wallpaper that we're getting for free though, as wallpapers for Dialyn from her promotional videos have also been released. So if you would like to get some full 4K Dialyns, feel free to download them using the link in the description below. Otherwise, this week on the 11th is the Game Awards. However, sadly, Zenless Zone 0 was not nominated for any categories this year. In fact, no miHoYo games were nominated in the main categories, although Genshin Impact did make it into round 2 of the Player's Voice Award so far. Although, in the PlayStation Partner Awards for 2025, Zenless Zone 0 was one of the recipients of the Grand Award, which is given for titles developed in Asia with the highest worldwide sales between October 2024 and September 2025. After receiving the award, a tweet was made out to thank the players, which also mentioned that we could look forward to a Polychrome gift to celebrate as thanks, although this would only be shown off later during the 2.5 special livestream program. So honestly, this is probably just them pretending like the Polychrome that they were going to give us anyway is now somehow having more meaning because of this win as well. But otherwise, moving on to the speculation zone, we have yet another update from the official Angels of Delusion Twitter account. This time around, it is a simple tweet talking about coming up with a fan art hashtag for the group. Notably in the tweet though is the mention of the name You. Not me, but like you as in being short for Yutane probably. pretty much confirming the third name of the Angels of Delusion to be the one that has been floating around the entire time. Maybe this is a lead up to more art being posted from the account, which could potentially show off some more of the in-game character models. Maybe, who knows, the next post will be them showing off their outfits or their designs to quote-unquote help the artists make more art for the hashtag. But speaking of designs for more art though, data mining in the latest patch 2.5 beta has revealed traces for a Jane Doe skin in-game. There are no descriptions or visuals just yet to show what the skin looks like, but there are placeholders with IDs that do line up with Jane's in-game ID. This would kind of make sense though, considering, similar to Ellen Jo, Jane is one of the oldest agents that did have quite a lot of hype around her. And if we can expect a skin for Jane, then we will probably also be getting a rerun with some potential buffs too, to build up some more hype around her and convince more people to pull for her and buy her skin. Although to be honest, Jane's original skin is pretty good already. It's hard to imagine her in anything else. Although her whole shtick being an undercover agent does mean that her skin could, technically speaking, be quite literally anything. What type of outfit would you like to see Jane in the most? Let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, some other details from the patch is that there will be a new A-rank rupture engine. The bonus effect so far is not yet known, although the main stat will be an HP % increase. This will likely be an event engine given out for free during patch 2.5. Hopefully, it'll be a usable engine though, unlike the Puzzle Sphere and other engines that we've been getting as of late. I don't know if it's just because of how strong limited engines have been getting lately that everything else looks so weak in comparison, but I miss when we got the Camellia Golden Week Ball or the Marcotte Desire back in Season 1, and those were legitimately good budget options, even now. I mean, I still use Marcotte Desire myself at times for Evelyn. Some other details though about the co-op mode has also been found, namely the power-ups. In the co-op mode, there will be buffs similar to Razonia and Gear from Hollow Zero. These will provide stat boosts or kit adjustments respectively. As of right now, there are only 8 characters that have special gear for co-op mode, namely Soldier 11, Ellen, Qingyi, Yanagi, Lighter, Miyabi, Yishen, and Lucia. But since this is a beta, it's probably a case of these are the ones out so far, and we will probably get gear pieces for everyone in-game. The gear will not be one-to-one though with how the Prism gear works in Hollow Zero, especially because of the fact that for some of the agents, notably Soldier 11, Qingyi, and Lighter, their co-op gear is brand new and they don't really have anything to go off of from Hollow Zero. There have also been some screenshots for the UI of what the co-op loading screen would look like, or the lobby system would look like. However, there are also some other buffs that are for doing certain co-op specific actions. For example, you could increase the health restored to down teammates when you revive them in co-op, or you can provide energy and decibels to the team when you use an emote. Now, the thought of emote spamming being optimal or doing well in co-op does put a smile on my face. But of course, as always, this is all stuff from the beta, so everything is still subject to change. I do hope though that emote spamming giving buffs stays though. But otherwise, thank you all for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video, liking, commenting, and subscribing is greatly appreciated. But until next time, bye bye!